I need to warm up. Let's warm up together, guys. Sometimes I'm just something else. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're doing products I regret buying. Dun, 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 dun. I've done like 2 or 4 of these. I'm not sure. I'll have them all down below, so make sure to check all of them out. I just want to throw a disclaimer like everybody. I just want to say maybe these products are your holy grail, or you know, you love these products, but they did not work for me, and maybe it's because my skin tone, which I think it's one of the main reasons this stuff doesn't fit. It's definitely my skin tone and my skin type. You know, a lot of you guys have different skin tones than I do, so some of these might work amazing for you, but they were terrible for me. I don't like them, and yeah, so that's where we're at today. We're going to talk about all the makeup, and I have a lot of like high-end and drugstores, so kind of excited to show you guys because I feel like I've been piling this makeup up, and yeah, so we're going to get to it. I just want to apologize if the lighting changes. I can see right now that it's cloudy outside because it's raining, and so I get cloudy and my lighting looks good. If the sun comes out and then my lighting looks a little bit too bright, so I do apologize for that. But it's been really, very hard to been able to film. Actually, if I close the blinds, it looks too dark in here, and so since I don't have lighting, it's very difficult. So today is just one of those days that I can't get it right. So I don't know if I ever showed you or shared with you guys these lip products, but these are the, what are these? LA Girls Matte Flat Finish Pigment Glosses. They're basically matte lips, like matte lipsticks or liquid lipsticks kind of thing, and I went and bought a lot of these. I have 2 for 6 of them in all different shades of color, and I basically wanted to collect them and do a swatch video for you guys so you guys can see how they look in my skin, because I have, you know, I'm a little bit more tanned and it's kind of hard to get a good lipstick on me, to be completely honest. But yeah, I went ahead and I tried these for a while, and they are just so bad. Like, I'm not even kidding. A lot of people were like, oh, these don't come off, and that's true, they don't come off, but because they leave a stain on your lips, it's just really, really bad. I don't recommend them at all. Yeah, all the colors that I have, I think this one, it's a little orangey one. This is in the color, I think I even showed it in my favorites because it was kind of my favorite, and this is in Floor. I like that one a lot. The darker colors work a bit better. Again, if you don't have money to buy the expensive liquid lipsticks, you could buy these, but I don't recommend them because, again, they don't come off. They're very patchy, some of the shades I've noticed, except for the darker shades. The darker shades are a bit better, but again, they don't come off. So that's something like alarm. Like, if they don't come off, like, you shouldn't put that in your face. So yeah, I have all shades of colors, and they did not work for me. Moving on to foundations. The first foundation that I have, this is the Urban Decay Naked Skin. Now, I know everybody loves this foundation. I've heard people rave about this foundation, and it's the reason why I bought it, because here on YouTube, people just love this foundation. And I love Urban Decay. Like, their eyeshadows are like the best thing in the world. But this foundation actually broke me out like crazy. So I basically used to use this all the time, and I broke out like a lot, and I thought it was just my face. You know, I didn't blame the foundation at all. And then, you know, as I moved on with other foundations and stuff, eventually my face got better. And then one of my friends actually bought it, and she raved about it, and I went ahead, I'm like, hey, I have that foundation, I need to start using it again. And so I started using it again, and it broke me out. It does give you like that, it's a weird coverage, because although you can see my freckles, it covers really well like my scarring and stuff. So yeah, it's a kind of like weird coverage. Sometimes I do want to cover my freckles, but it doesn't fully cover those. So yeah, I just don't like it because it broke me out. It's not that long wearing as I'm used to. I really need something that lasts all day because I'm working and I go to school, so I need something that's there all day. So it didn't work that well for me, but it could work for you. Maybe it doesn't break you out. I wish it didn't break me out. Also, I hate the packaging because it's so big. Like, it's as big as my face. It's so big that I have to lay it down in my collection, and you have to like shake it. It's like a spray can. It's so weird. You have to shake it, and I don't have time for that. I don't have time. Another foundation people rave about, and like, I bought it for the same reason, because it's all over everywhere. This is the Tarte Amazon Clay 12 Hour full coverage foundation, and I just want to say that I hated it specifically because the only way I can use this foundation to get a nice even coverage is with my fingers. I can't use a beauty blender and I can't use a brush. Like, I can't. I even bought the brush that comes with it. I don't recommend it. It's too messy, I feel like. And then another thing is that it's not full coverage and you cannot build it up. You can't. Let me tell you, I have a lot of things going in my face. I have acne, I have freckles, I have discoloration, you know, it's just a lot of problems. So I definitely need a full coverage foundation, and my standards for full coverage are kind of high, and there is foundations out there that give me full coverage. So this claims it's right in the bottle, full coverage, and it's not buildable. You can't build it. It just looks very cakey. The more you put, the more cakier you're going to look, and that's not a look that you want to go for. You want to look natural, or, you know, you have makeup but not as, you know, disgusting and cakey. So don't recommend it at all. I don't like it. I feel like people here just like it because it's tart, and it's not good, especially when I have now discovered other better foundations that are like, you know, just better. And of course, you can't escape drugstore foundations. I tried this CoverGirl Stay Luminous Natural Glow Foundation. The 3-in-1 foundation, it's my favorite thing in the whole wide world. So when I saw this, I wanted to give it a try, and I know it says luminous and glowy and stuff, so I wanted a healthy look like I see on the people on Instagram and stuff. I thought, oh, you know, it's gonna give me a natural shine and stuff. No, this makes you look like you're sweating. Like, I put it on and I look oily, like, and let me tell you, I don't have, like, right now I have combo skin, so my skin doesn't get too oily unless it's summer. And it wasn't that hot when I tried this one, and it just looked like a mess. I tried to set it, and the luminous would flow back in my skin, and no. It just, and it's not even full coverage. Well, it has really good coverage, but it's not full coverage, and it's not long wearing because, again, it's so luminous that it breaks down as the day goes by. So I don't recommend it. Moving on to concealers. I have one concealer because this year I didn't really try a lot of concealers, so yeah, I have this CoverGirl. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but this is the Fresh Complexion Concealer. And of course, it was terrible. It was crappy. It's watery. It gives you no coverage. You can put as much as you want, and it's still not going to cover anything. And yeah, it's a waste of $6 or whatever, how much this was. So I have one primer that I did not like. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I've heard the world talk about this primer, and I actually had 2 samples, and I finished the one sample, but I felt like at first I thought maybe something was wrong with my skin because every time I would put the primer, it just never blended well. Like, I don't know, I know primers are not meant to be absorbed in your skin, you know, they're supposed to sit on top of your skin, but this literally sat on top of my skin. Like, you could see it if I put it. It looked like gelatin in my face. It was so weird and really, I don't know, I just don't know how to explain how awful this was. It just never worked well for my skin tone, again, for me. But yeah, so I have this sample that it's just sitting there. I'm gonna pass it along to somebody because it was just a mess for me. And now my favorite beauty products are mascaras, and I have a few. This is the Calvin Klein one. I think this is one mascara, I don't even know. This is in the color black, and this one is the one that you twist like top, and then it changes the shape of the brush, like really weird stuff, and then you flip it the other side and it becomes smaller. I don't know, it's just weird magic in this brush, and I thought it was so cool when I first got it. I honestly didn't even pay for this. This was a free mascara for Ulta. If you guys are subscribed, if you guys are members of like the Ulta little thing, you get like a makeup product for free, and they were giving out this ones last year, and so it was free, thank God. But it just, the brush was weird. I didn't know which one to use, and then, or which worked better. And then the formula, although it gave me some length, it didn't give me any volume, and it actually just made my lashes kind of separate, and it was not a good look. And then moving on to drugstore foundations, drugstore mascaras. I have the Maybelline Pumped Up Colossal Mascara. I think I might have liked this one in the beginning. I'm not sure. I don't know how I feel about this. I think I have a lot of beef with the brush. It's just too fluffy and like not stiff enough to give me a good coat of mascara, so I think that's why I didn't like it. It's just not a good one. Maybelline has a ton of good mascaras. I love Maybelline mascaras, don't get me wrong. It's just this one, yeah, I like the color, and everything, but packaging too is just too big. It was a no-go for me. And then the last mascara, I have this BUXON mascara. This was in a sample. I think I wasted my Sephora points on this baby. This is in Big and Bushy. That sounds weird. But it's a mascara and it did nothing to my lashes. Nothing. Nothing. At first I thought, oh, the brush looks promising because it's like kind of fluffy but not too fluffy. It's stiff enough that I think I could get in there. But no, it didn't do anything. So I'm glad I didn't purchase the actual size or any product of BUXON because I don't like this mascara. It was no bueno. Moving on to blushes, I do have one favorite blush of YouTube. I feel like it's everybody talked about this one. This is the MILANI Big Blush in Luminoso. Now, I know what you guys are going to say. Rebecca, didn't you love that blush? Yes, I went in a phase when I was using this, I think for summer. I thought it was, oh, it's so pretty because it is so pretty. Like the blush, it's so pretty. But on me, it just looked like I had a shimmer on my skin. And I felt like it didn't last long. By the end of the day, I feel like I didn't have anything on my skin. So I discovered that I hated this product. At first, I don't know, I was in the hype, I think, and I felt like I loved it because it's just so pretty and everything, but it's too sheer, and for my skin tone, it just doesn't work. I have an olive complexion, like yellow undertone, I'm tanned, so it doesn't show up. I have to use a lot of it, and then it becomes too shimmery if you put too much, so just didn't work. And another blush is from NARS. Now, I love NARS blushes and everything. This is a dual blush or a dual set. This is the blush and bronzer in Desire and Laguna bronzer, and let me tell you, just let me show you why did I purchase this. This is a beautiful pink. It is bright pink, and do you see? It's just, no, this color was just, I think it's washing it off in camera. It is like vivid pink in like real life. It's just so pink that it's just not for me. It was too, it ended up looking kind of cheap on my skin. Like that's what I remember when I used it a few times. I was like, oh my god, it looks really, really like cheap on me. It just feels like I'm wearing something really, like a cheap makeup product, and I kind of look not good, not flattering on my skin tone. I feel like maybe somebody really, really liked or a deeper shade can pull this off because you are, obviously pinks are hard to match with deeper tones, but not for me. It just didn't work for me. And then the bronzer I used to use all the time, and then I discovered that it didn't really give me a nice bronze because it's, again, for lighter skin tones. I feel like, I know it looks a little bit deep, but it actually goes really sheer on the skin. It's not that deep when you swatch it, so yeah. No. Oh, and another blush, actually I forgot it. It looked like an eyeshadow palette for some reason. This is the Urban Decay Naked Flush. Yes, when they first came out with these, I was so excited. I wanted to get every shade in the world. But it was summer, so I decided to get this one. This is the Naked Flush in Streak, because Streak's lipstick or whatever Revolution lipstick that they have is my favorite of Urban Decay. I love it for an everyday. And so I bought the blush set and bronzer and highlight kit, and they're just not that good. The bronzer was way it's pretty, but again, it doesn't really show up in my skin. But I can still use the blush. The blush is one that I can still work with. It was really a big fail for my Urban Decay Flush palette. I didn't even go back and buy a new one because I figured they were all going to be the same quality, you know. So yeah, they weren't even that expensive, which I think that's why the quality was just not there for these. Now I do have one eyeshadow palette because lately all my eyeshadows have been working amazing, except for one. This little baby. This is the Naked Urban Decay Basics 2 palette. I love the first one. The first one was a staple for me. I used it every day. But this baby, when I saw it, I thought it was really, now looking at it, I was like, what am I thinking? But when I first saw it, I thought it was amazing. And the lady at Sephora, I remember the time, she had an awesome look in her like eyes. I don't know what she did, but it looked really good on her. And then when I got home and I used it a few times, I just remember thinking it looks like I have dirt in my eye. Like that's what it was. It always looked like dirt. Like it looked dirty, and I don't know, I feel like these cool tones eyeshadow don't really match my skin tone. I do have the Lorac ones and they fit a little bit better than these, so I don't understand. Maybe it's just the type of shades they are. Warm tones obviously for my skin tone work the best, but I could work in cool tones, but these ones were just no. It was bad. So waste of money. I still have it in my collection for whatever reason. I'm hopeful that I could still wear it one day. I feel like, I don't know. So yeah, so that's basically it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know if any of these products also did not work for you, because I would like to know if I'm not alone in this battle, right? They just didn't work for me. So anyways, please make sure to subscribe and thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video.